by Wings of MPL as we take you into the land of Dawn for the first game of this best of 5 series between the Bold Bulls as well as the Red Robots. Will technology reign supreme or will nature come out on top?
Let's see who will strike first in this best of 5 series indeed. Spell check, man. BIGETRON, they love their flickers. So Rizzo here, oh, if he's not careful here, he will be chunked just like that.
Some good damage already. And to take a look at it, Super Chorizo went for the Quantum Charge. So technically with the regen and with a few hits down, they should be able to secure this. But you can see the goal for Audi. He knows, he played with Super Ken back in the BIGETRON out beta, MDL Season 7 lineup, so he knows exactly how Super Ken plays. And looking at the emblems here, this is where we see a difference. We saw a focusing mark for the Angela previously, now we're seeing Impure Rage, which means that Swaylo is just going to be the one spamming. He wants to spam, he wants to utilize the Impure Rage as much as possible to stay in this lane while also dealing damage. And so far, he's doing a good job, even winning in the trade against Moreno.
And it also makes sense because it's a different role, you would say, right, as to what we saw previously. And it also gives a hint as to the playstyle that we will expect from Swaylo on the Angela. Meanwhile, in the gold lane, this was something that we did discuss earlier on. It did feel like Heisenmore was caught in a very bad place. He was really pushed against the wall, and so Audi TZ with the roams that he did in the bottom side is forced here to the top. But BIGETRON Alpha with Super Ken on the Boxia, already very quick to rotations. And I'm wondering who is going to have an advantage in the next upcoming turtle.
It depends, right? Because I would say numbers advantage should be Rebellion Zion, because BIGETRON want to play this Diggy up in the gold lane to get Shive ahead. But when it comes down to CC, I would say BIGETRON Alpha might actually be able to have a win in that department. Whoa, Shive, very aggressive there. With the Grok, with the Boxia, they should be able to lock the Smartest down, overwhelm him, even though he has Mortal Coil.
Oh, Swaylo forced to use the flicker there to block Super Ken's route. There you go, Super Ken gag 3 members. The decimation will take him down. Good setup by the Blue Bulls.
What a flicker by Swaylo.
Truly was, and the thing is, they didn't even need to utilize any CC, just pure damage to make that happen. BIGETRON Alpha on the behind now, a disadvantage in terms of timing. And so this should go to Rebellion Zion absolutely for free. Super Chorizo with no follow-up, can't do much other than open up the map and create vision for his team.
A small win early, as that was just an outplay, I would say, right? That flicker from Swaylo, brilliant. But again, it's still, what? It's still that man advantage for Rebellion Zion. The reason they were able to force Super Ken in that position was the man advantage. Now let's take a look at the talent prediction by Samsung Galaxy A34, A54, 5G. 3-3.
Equal. It's equal. All is fair, man.
But do you think it's 4-2?
Ooh, Miracle. I see you. I see you.
I see you too, Gani. Do you see us?
What am I witnessing here?
You're witnessing
Super
two people talk.
All is fair in love and war. But Rebellion Zion, 600 gold lead for the moment because of that play behind Swaylo earlier on. But it feels like a ticking time bomb. If BIGETRON Alpha can continue to pressure in that gold lane, they might be able to work through that, utilizing that to the strengths that they have. And all the while, in the EXP lane, it's not too bad of a time for Super Chorizo either.
Nope, the only one who's having a bad time, I would say, would be Super Ken, because there's no way he can contest for these neutral objectives if Rebellion always have that man advantage around a neutral objective. Meanwhile, for BIGETRON, I think the main game plan for them is to scale up with the Novaria and the Bruno. So far, they're playing their game quite well. Nice.
Yeah, but I feel like BIGETRON, you're right, their play is just to weather the early game active in the mid. But take a look at the invader. Vincent will steal the purple buff away. But yeah, it seems like Ken uses Retry on that, so it's a huge win for Rebellion because Turtle now is up.
That was perfectly timed. There you go, Turtle spawning in just now. And without that retribution, there is no way that Super Ken is going to be able to get, especially with a level disadvantage against Vincent here. There you go, there it is.
Another
Zion's early pressure.
It's going to stack up, man. These little wins, these small wins. And the fact that BIGETRON lost the purple buff, Vincent was able to steal it without red tree, shows you just how much power they have, and SuperCat isn't even able to secure this one, despite having the red tree. And now it gets bad, it goes from bad to worse, right? Because for the Baxia, you need to be ahead. This is a snowballing hero. And for the Martis, you also need to be ahead. So he is ahead and the Baxia is behind. This will only add up to Vincent being a more oppressive force as we get into the mid game.
But that's the thing. When we get into the late game, there's a looming danger in that Bruno. And he's getting there. The damage is already quite seen here. I understand that Highs isn't falling too far behind, but look at BIGETRON Alpha just pulling up the gas, pushing on the pedal here in the top side, eyeing for that moment where Bruno comes online.
Oh, look at Cars. What the heck?
Yeah.
A two-wave clear cut in the bottom side of the map. This, if Fish Chapman was here, it's a ballsy play.
Oh, and with that, right, with the Uranus pick, it forces Grok to build Sea Halberd first item. That is a very, very intelligent play. But then again, two-wave cut displayed here by Sorizo. Let's see here, top side Super King. Health HP. Audi, not too healthy as well. It seems like they want to gank this. They want to commit this or V2. It seems like Heisemore taking damage by Shiva. Shield Unity comes through. It seems like with the Mortal Coil, it will cancel out the stun. BIGETRON Alpha, good control in picking their battles.
Oh, they're going in for more there in the top side.
I don't think so. Let's see here, Super Ken, Puissance Pop, Shiva, Worldy already as the minions cleared. Rebellion Zion disengaged.
1,000 gold lead for Rebellion, but it seems like even with it, they weren't able to really force the issue. They still have to respect that Bruno, who's been farming, who's been laning quite well. Shiva, taking a look at the items, has the Berserker's Fury. I don't know if he has the Haas Cloth, but with a turret here, that's a W for BTR. That's what they were working towards. And even Super Ken here, it seems like he wants to commit, he wants to try to steal it.
Let's see though, Shield Unity still active, Astral Echo. It seems like with the barrier,
Reset.
the turtle will be resetted. Now BIGETRON moving on towards the turtle. 5 members rotating here. So they will look for a contest. They will not give perfect turtle. Fourth side of Rebellion Zion here, Cars with the help of the hard guard. Ult stunned up though, Super Ken quite low. Still survives in the backside. Vincent low HP as the ball from Bruno still is rotating. They look for a reset, but Rebellion has more men in the turtle pit.
They do, and Super Ken is a level below right now of Vincent. That was nearly a really good engage from BIGETRON Alpha had Vincent been taken down, but Super Ken now is at half health. Vincent is actually slowly getting to full, and it looks like BIGETRON Alpha, they don't have what it takes to contest this. They're forced to let it go.
They really cannot contest for this, right? I think the best shot they had was when Vincent was actually low.
Yeah.
But Rebellion Zion were able to fend off through what? Through sustain. Yes, there's going to be a lot of damage output for the side of BIGETRON Alpha, especially when that Bruno is given space to free hit like we saw earlier. But as long as that hard guard and as long as Cars is able to use the consecration, even with the Baxia, it's going to be tough. They need to combo their resources together. Maybe an Astral Sphere from afar, plus Shiva's damage, to be able to kind of leave a dent, at least, towards Cars.
Do you think now is the time, though? I think they should... Oh, whoa, force the flicker there.
Let's see here, lowest kill count of the day, 9 minutes in. BIGETRON and Rebellion Zion here, still holding on, still really nitpicking their battles here. Again, 9 minutes in.
I mean, I have to really wait and look for the items here. I'm not too sure. Looking back, Shiva, I think it's an error again, but has rapid boots. I don't think that's right. Another flicker burnt out.
Oh, Destination though, active, good time turning, but it will have enough range to take him down. Good job by Vincent. Vincent soaking damage, receiving damage. It seems like it will not be enough to take him down just yet as the purple buff now invaded in the mid. They might collapse on the mid here, looking at their situation, but no. Rebellion Zion says one structure is more than enough in the bottom lane.
Feels like a lock between both of these teams. They're trading really well. I mean, earlier on, Highs Zion outright.
It's a death ball that Rebellion Zion are building up towards. And finally here we get to see the itemization 4 highs. He's already reached that power spike, being a 600 gold ahead, and he's already building towards what looks like a 100 strike early. He might actually just go for that Fury Hammer and then go for some defensive items like a Wind of Nature against this Bruno. Before Shive, it's a Haas Claws, it's a Berserker's Fury working towards that Melphic Roar. And I think once he gets that Melphic Roar, that's when you can expect damage from this guy. Before that, I think Cars and Audi will be a bit too tanky for him to melt down. Considering that BIGETRON Alpha have this kind of composition where they need to look for a moment. They really need to rely on that Melphic Roar now.
13,000 HP. Rebellion, they're looking for answers here. Oh, good burst on towards Cars, popping that consecration. Audi catching Super Ken. Oh, Shive finds a kill in the backside though. It will be a trade. Moreno will fall. It's a 1-for-1. Oh, Moreno, good snipe as Super Ken will find the red trade. But it seems like Rebellion, the Blue Bulls, they're hungry for kills. Super Key will be taken out. It is going to be 1, 2, 3 members of BTR Alpha taken down.
Who was that worth it for?
I mean, I don't think nobody won that, I would say. 3 for 3. It's 3 kills, but it's also a Lord. So technically, BIGETRON are able to buy some more time for the rest of the team to scale up. If they're able to clear out this mid wave, which it looks like they can, yeah, it's a stalemate. It's both teams just trading. There are no wins here.
But do you not think that it would be a little bit more in favor of BIGETRON Alpha? Because that should have been a team fight and a Lord fight for Rebellion Zion out of pure level gap between the jungle and just gold gap between the gold laners.
In terms of the big picture, I will have to say it is worth it for BIGETRON Alpha, who are still waiting to scale up.
Oh, good pull. Cars manages to find some space to escape. NOD secured by Key means that Sway Low's regeneration and as well as Cars will be heavily negated.
Yeah, before I was interrupted there by a big wild charge. Yes, in terms of prolonging the game, which is BIGETRON Alpha's strategy, sure, it's a win for them. It's a small win for them because they are able to stop Rebellion Zion's death ball from building again from that 2,000 gold lead, from becoming like a 4,000 or even a 6,000 gold lead. Yes, then. But with an Astral Echo, they can't really find any picks. They don't have any kill pressure for now.
That's why I think that kill onto Vincent was quite intelligently played by BIGETRON Alpha. As there you go, they're trading really well, being able to get a second-tier turret in favor of a third in the top side, unless, of course, the Beatrix goes in for one. It looks like she is. And that mid turret is also going to fall. So now, BIGETRON Alpha, they're caught in a very precarious place.
It's a tough spot, definitely. And you can see from the Lord advantage, it just barely got them in the right place, you know? It's still a gold earn for Rebellion Zion with that Lord advantage play. They weren't really able to utilize that Lord much, aside from, buying time. And for now, as long as this gold lead stays at 2,000, and both these teams are playing as disciplined as they are right now, Rebellion Zion are actually going to be the ones who start to struggle. They need to try to start to force the issue through invade and through, obviously, later, once the Lord spawns, the Lord dance. They need to be able to bait BIGETRON Alpha out and to look for a creative angle to engage. Because with a Diggy, what it enables you to do is to have that formation stay put. It's always going to be a pure front to back with a Diggy. No one's going to be displaced, no one's going to be moved around.
You know what? One creative engage tool that BIGETRON can exploit. We've seen this, we've casted the match, America. Chorizo with the Grok.
Oh man.
IESF. This year, man. Let's hope for BIGETRON Alpha's sake that Chorizo can find that play, that wall charge play. 25,000 HP on that Lord. BIGETRON and Rebellion still just hovering, not committing all towards a fight or even on the Lord. Let's see the dance.
Super Ken should be level 15 soon, right?
Should be.
There you go.
Just a bit more, just a little chunk there, and he gets level 15. So both these junglers are equal now. I would have to say Baksha has a bit more of an advantage compared to the Martis when it comes to retry battles. But in terms of overall retry, I think Vincent's been the more impressive one this season.
Beatrix Sizemore spotted by the Astral Echo. Lord Chunks, Lord Retribution, who will get it? Well, Super Ken finds a Retribution. Now, Rebellion looking for a deja vu, looking for the collapse with Bigetron Alpha. With the disengage tool that they have this time, they will manage to squeak 5 members alive.
That was flawless. Other than the fact that they had to lose the bottom side turret because they didn't manage the waves properly. But that was a huge win for Bigetron Alpha, not losing a single member, being able to get the Lord. And Sizemore got very low. They might actually go for it.
Super Ken under the turret will be taken now. The miscalculation there. Wow, what an onward by the Matador.
All the TZ knows. Super Ken was once part of that team. Swalo! Oh no!
Isolated.
Flicker!
Flicker, hard guard to save his life. What a play by Swalo.
I don't know though. I feel like, sure, that is a hard guard. It's a clean escape. You did burn the Flicker, but you burned out a proper resource away. Now, the frontliners aren't as tanky.
Yarkar is losing his immortality. Good well charged. Super Sorizo. Again, Chive finds the kill into his Audi, and it will be Rebellion now. Full defense. Bigetron looking for the base turret in the bottom lane. Does not get it. Maybe next, but top lane, very vulnerable as well. And there you go. Base turret number 1 falls in Land of Dawn.
It only takes one moment for Bigetron Alpha to catch up, and this is what we were afraid of for Rebellion Zion. The fact that their comp falls off a lot harder than Bigetron Alpha towards that mid-late game. This is what we're seeing. They're going in for more!
Oh, Sizemore! What the heck? But the base, it's wide open. Bigetron looks for the end, and it seems like Bigetron Alpha, the Red Terminators, they strike first in this best of 5.
The calm before the storm, ladies and gentlemen. The power spike that hit for Bigetron Alpha.